buttons. I'm bad with buttons.
There you go.
Hi, everyone. Sue Matsuki for Nightlife Exchange with another Sue's Muse. I have a very special muse today that we all want to get to know because we're very, very anxious about what's going to be happening down at the West Bank, Laurie Beechman, etc. Please meet my muse for the day, Tom Diangora. Hi, how are you?
Hi.
So happy to see you. So I'm going to just start right off the bat. What's going
Oh.
on? When's the opening date? Are there changes? How's it going to operate? Tell us everything.
Yeah, so the opening is 1 week from today, January 23rd, for the upstairs on Cheetah Rivera's birthday, which we thought was very fitting and correct. And then we're hoping the Beachman will be open again by the end of February.
So you're keeping all the names the same.
Yes.
And what have you done? Have you done facelifting or I heard
Yeah,
something about a
so
bathroom downstairs?
so the it's so we like to think about it as restoring, not renovating. Oh,
Because
so
it was in pretty good shape. It's a beautiful place. So
yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot to do. It was, it's been around a long time, so you're gonna see, you'll see some changes, but hopefully the vibe is the same. Like we're painting upstairs as we speak. The painters are in there. A lot of stuff has been done in the kitchen that you won't see, but is very important. And then downstairs is gonna be very different. I
oh,
is it's gonna be very updated, very state of the art, very competitive with every other room. Completely new, all new lights, new soundboard, new mics,
are you
and
starting to book now? And if so, who's the booking
no,
agent?
we haven't booked yet because I don't think it's just in case. You put in a light order, it's supposed to take this long, but in the event that it takes longer than anticipated, I wouldn't feel right having to cancel any acts, especially since acts were canceled this summer
Yeah.
when they announced the original
Yeah, I had
closing.
two shows booked there. I
So,
had to
so
rethink.
we're mindful of that. We're
Yeah.
mindful of not breaking hearts twice.
Yeah, I understand.
So when we
Um,
have all the ducks in a row, we'll start booking.
Now, with the facelift of downstairs, are you raising the bar on the talent level, or are you going to have, I've always loved the Beachman
I
because,
think that's real. I think that's very subjective.
okay, I
Um,
know it truly is. It truly is, but you
yeah,
guys
so-
have always been the kind of, not the snobby Algonquin, everybody has to have a name type, but a higher level of the talent that you have there, along with up and comers, really
mhm,
good up and comers,
mhm.
versus, the clubs that will basically book anyone who wants to book a show type thing. So the Beachman's always been kind of great for all of us to do anything we want there. So is that where you're going to keep it? Just,
Well, I mean, I do hope we'll have some great names.
well, you
And
always have. Yeah.
always have, yeah. And it's show business, and I hope to partner with, and I'm a producer. That's the thing I do. I hope to partner with fabulous artists, and I hope we pack rooms, and everyone makes a lot of money and puts on great shows.
Yeah. Are you going to think
And
about
again, I think
resident?
it's so subjective.
Yeah,
Look,
I know.
when I did years ago, my debut in New York was I did a cabaret at Don't Tell Mama, and I was sold out for 2 years, and no one knew who I was. But who wouldn't want that? Who would, like I think it's about. I think again, I think saying the level of someone and whatnot is very subjective.
Yeah. Yeah,
Like
I
I
agree.
think Amy Meyer is the greatest thing that's ever hit a stage. Maybe he's never been on Broadway, but like I would die to have Sydney
Yeah.
at the Beachman with me. I mean, I would die.
Oh, I'll make sure he sees this interview.
Yeah. Yeah,
He
well,
would probably love
like
to be there.
I think he's the
Um,
greatest thing that's since sliced bread.
he's a master class unto himself in everything
Yes,
he
and
does, of
the
course.
greatest man alive.
But I've always said that like I wouldn't be the singer I was today if I wasn't given the place at Don't Tell Mama to make all the mistakes that I made to then raise my personal bar. So I think you're right when you say it's subjective. And of course, if you're filling a room, you're filling a room. Let's face it,
Exactly. I
business is
mean,
business. Yeah.
right, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for all walks of life.
Are you thinking of having some residency acts there? I know that you had a really nice, well, Steve Olson and the previous owners and everything. I'm going to talk to you about Steve in a minute, but you had a really long relationship with some of the higher level drag acts, and they were really sustaining the club for a long while. Were some of
Mhm.
those acts come back, you think?
I don't know. I'm very open to it. I'm open to residencies that continue to, fill the room. And I think because I come from a theater background, I have, you know, I have empty room butterflies.
I hear
I
you. Yeah.
did several long-running off-Broadway shows, and it was 8 times a week of, oh God, how many do we have? Oh God, how many do we have?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So what possessed you, dude? I mean, you have long-running Broadway shows. You're a Broadway and TV producer and director. You're involved with you've had every, nomination from Emmy nominations to Outer Critics Award to Drama Desk Awards. Oh my goodness. What brought you back to cabaret in a way as now as I mean, you started with being a fundraiser to help Beechman stay on its feet
Yeah.
right after COVID. How did this all transition for you?
Very unexpectedly, yet very naturally, it seemed. It just kind of progressed into this where it got to the point where I just felt how much people in the community needed this to happen.
Mhm.
And it got to a point where I said, okay, it's either us doing this or it's closing.
Yeah.
And we didn't have a lot of time to decide. And so we just kind of just said, well, every instinct in me said do it, so I just did it. You
And will
know.
Steve be involved in any way, silent partner,
No,
or is
I
he
know
just
most of
retired?
the episode there, but he's definitely stepping back. But Janet's still there, and and almost everyone's coming back though.
Will Brent be the booking manager,
Brent is going to be Brent will be the general manager of the
general
restaurant.
manager? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think, you know, Bloomer, you're planted more, and I think Michael and I are, especially like coming out of the gate, I think
Mhm.
we'll be much better equipped to handle the Beachman at first.
I hear you.
As
Yeah.
we learn about the restaurant business, I'm not one of those people who says, "Well, I'm the boss now, so I know everything," because I don't. But I luckily they do,
Yeah.
and it's exciting to learn everything. But I do know a lot about theater. I do, and I did start in cabaret and have been around that a long, 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 long time. So we're very excited to be really hands-on with the
Do you have the
Beachman.
same chef because he's awesome? I mean,
Yeah,
you're
the food's gonna stay 99.9%. There's baby changes.
okay.
Like, and they're not even real changes. Like, I'll even tell you, spoiler, the chicken parmesan special is to die for, and
Uh-huh.
everyone says they love it so much. So I put it on the menu forever.
Mhm.
Like
There you
that.
go.
We're playing with, instead of a skirt steak, adding a filet mignon because it's delicious and it's really expensive everywhere, and we think we can do a better price than anywhere else.
Yeah. Well, your
You
menu's
know?
always been great. The beauty of that theater, which I'm so glad to hear it's coming back pretty much the same, but facelifted, as you said. Um, it's great food at whatever price range you can afford,
It's a real $25 minimum.
Right. I mean, but you can, well, $25 gets you a full meal
It
basically
does,
there
right. It's,
versus just a
right.
cocktail and an appetizer someplace else is what
Absolutely.
I'm saying. It's
Yep.
cost effective in terms of
I think that's important, especially
yeah,
when you're
and you're one of the
marketing.
last real supper clubs, really, that whole
It
feel of
is.
the supper club thing, which is beautiful. So I'm very, very excited. Now, tell me what's going on with you and how much will you now be able to do your other stuff in terms of producing? And it seems like you're going to be married to this place for a while.
Well, I mean, if you want to get something done, give it to a busy person.
Yeah, exactly.
I did, I have cabaret running right now, and stuff's just closed. I'm doing Queen of Versailles next season, and then I have a fabulous show coming off Broadway, either in the summer or next fall, called Messy White Gaze, which is so fun. And I'm involved in My Son's a Queer, but what can you do? Which has some fun announcements coming up. But for the minute, I'm really focused on West Bank and getting it settled and getting the flow. But when I was thinking about it, and I was talking to a lot of other producers, we said, well, basically our job is just taking people to dinner. That's all we
Yeah,
do. All
yeah.
we do is go to dinner and have drinks and pitch and talk about shows. So we can
Poor
just do it at a
you.
place I own now. Like,
Poor
that's
baby. I
cool.
feel sorry for you.
That's kind of cool, right? I
It
mean,
is
like,
so cool. Come on. That's awesome. What are your big plans going forward? Are there any kind of special to-dos that you're going to bring to Beechman that you're thinking of producing there?
we'll see. I mean, I'm wide open. I I'm a big charity guy. I like jumping in I love a cause.
Mhm.
So, and the fact that I am very capable of producing a show. So I do see a lot of opportunity to raise money for good causes.
That's a great idea.
You
Yeah, I
know,
know I've produced shows in other places for St. Jude's and urban stages and all this stuff. So it's always nice to have a venue that understands the aspect of raising money
yeah,
and keeping costs low so that we can make money for the event and not just regular cabaret shows don't make that much money, of course. So the stage and the room itself, is there a bathroom downstairs now? Have you
there's
thought,
two bathrooms downstairs.
well, there's a little bathroom down there for the talent, right?
Yeah, there's going to be a very exciting change.
Good.
That.
And is the bathroom outside of the downstairs kitchen area? Will that open for the public? Because that's always been a problem for people with, leg issues or whatever
Yep.
to climb up the stairs to go to the loo. So
Yeah, I've never known it not to be open, so that's
yeah,
interesting.
no, that one by the where they keep the coat rack, that one
I've always used it.
often closed. Well, you're special. No one's going to stop
No, even
you.
before, even years ago.
Oh, that's great. No, that's good to know because mostly people have had to go upstairs and everything.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, it's one, but yeah, yeah, there's a very exciting change that I think will be a big deal and a game changer involving where talent goes now.
oh, super. And tell me, what you said you're projecting your opening date. Are you going to do like you said upstairs is going to open up, the restaurant's going to open up first. What's the projected date for
That
booking and downstairs for the Beechman?
I have to, I'm very much
Contingent on
hoping,
deliveries of stuff and
I
yeah.
hope it's very soon.
Okay.
I hope we're able to like land on a date very, very soon and then be able to book like crazy. I want it packed. I want I want it, I don't want it to be an empty slot.
Great. That's awesome. Well, let me know and I'll let Nightlife Exchange know when the doors are open for that and how we
Absolutely.
start to book because I know that literally I know that people are lined up chomping at the bit to come back there. And many of us
And it's
have
gonna
had
be
homes.
fun.
Well, we've had homes there for years and years and years. And so certain talent that keep coming back. I mean, I know one friend of mine has done all her shows there from the beginning of time. So I think
Oh,
everybody's going to be really, really thrilled. And there'll be a lot of love and support and gratitude coming your way for taking this on. We've missed the room very, very much.
oh.
Very, very
Well,
much.
it'll be
So,
back in a blink.
yay. Is there
Risotto balls
anything?
for life.
Tell me about the picture behind you. We were talking about a little
Oh, of course,
here.
that is my queen. That is Dorian Lord from One Life to Live. It's the portrait of Dorian that hung at La Boulée, her mansion on One Life to Live.
And you said that
That's
you're an
Robin
opera
Chaucer, Emmy
file, a soap
Award-winning
opera
genius.
file.
But
You're a
yeah,
soap opera file? Yeah.
I'm obsessed.
Okay, me too. Me
It's
too.
my favorite. Soap operas are my favorite thing in the whole world. I want to do events. I'm gonna do brunch events, reunions. Get ready. You're
Well,
gonna
there's
die.
a lot of talent now. I mean, vocal talent in these soap operas. That might be a nice little series to pick up a couple. The General Hospital always does the
The
nurses' ball,
Nurse's
and there's a lot of
Ball.
legitimately good singers there. So maybe you
Oh
could.
yeah, Kristen Alderson's one of my best friends. I put her and her fiance together.
Oh,
Star
really?
Manning. And she
Oh,
sings her
cool.
face off.
Yeah. So that might be a fun thing to do. What are you looking forward to the most over the next couple weeks?
Opening the
Just
door.
opening the doors, of course.
Yeah, this is not the most glamorous part of it. It's and I'm very anxious. I hate it being closed
Mhm.
so much, but people have been incredible. The elected officials have been so helpful getting the permits and stuff.
Yeah, you've
Uh,
gotten proclamations from everybody, so that's pretty
well,
cool for
yeah, they're
your
great.
different
They're great.
deeds.
Brad Hoylman's been so helpful. We should all vote for him for borough president. We should be so lucky that someone who cares so much about the community is the borough president. He's our district state senator right now, and has just gone above and beyond to make sure we stay open. Eric Botcher, who's our council member, he's gone out of his way. Even the SBS, the small business, they've come to visit me. It's been all hands on deck to make sure that this is a success and the community keeps this beloved place. And it's just very exciting and amazing. And I'm actually just excited to sit at the bar again and eat a flatbread pizza and some
So,
risotto balls.
aside from Sydney Meyer, who we've already put out there that you'd love to have at the club to perform, who's on your wish list?
Well, I believe Andre DeShields to be the greatest thing that's ever happened to the to the entire performing arts universe. And it's very West Bank is very much a home of his, and we met there. And so I counting the seconds till Andre is back from London, and we'll beg him to do a show. Lily is why I also became friends with at West Bank. There's a bunch of people I became friends with there that
Yeah.
I'm actually very excited to present there.
Awesome. Oh, that's
You
exciting.
know,
I can't wait. Well, I am personally
and I'm
chomping at the
excited for
bit to
you to
come.
be there. It'll be so fun.
Yeah. Well, I'll definitely do some kind of benefit there for you. And yeah, I'm so looking forward to you being back. We love, love, love both the Laurie Beechman and the West Bank Theater. And
Yes, well,
now we
come
love you
in
guys. Thank you
and
so
come in for
much. And give Michael
brunch.
our love.
Yes, he's over there working away. He says hello. Come in for brunch. That's what I don't get. That's what I want to change. And we all used to go there for brunch,
Yeah.
and I think it's the best brunch in New York. Before it was mine, it
Yeah.
was my favorite, and it's going to be. And we have a fabulous new brunch item that is going to be iconic and exclusive only to us.
Well,
That is
kind of like
so cool.
the other thing that's iconic over there is that butterscotch pudding. Oh my
That's
God.
Cheetah's. That's
Oh,
Cheetah's favorite dessert.
it's the it's incredible. You can't eat the whole
Mhm.
thing. It's so rich. You have to
It's
kind of share it
delicious.
with
Yeah.
somebody. It's
For
delicious.
One of Cheetah's birthday parties, they served it in those little white spoons.
Aw.
So that is
Um,
never leaving.
you
That is
mentioned brunch.
never.
Brunch is amazing there.
It's
The
amazing.
ricotta, the lemon
We're
ricotta
gonna do
pancakes. Oh my, yeah, everything's
yeah,
there.
the lemon ricotta pancakes. It's just a really rock solid brunch. We're going to do for the drinkers because people need to come in. It needs to be packed for brunch. It's too good not to be. We're going to do for a little bit $15 bottomless brunch.
Oh, fun.
So
That's
yeah, you
great.
can get wasted for $15 and but with purchase of entree because you got to have the good egg.
Mimosas. That's a great idea. After COVID, when Steve opened up the front upstairs and everything, I was gratefully one of the first people back to sing live with all the precautions that he had
Yeah,
set
that was
up and
fun.
everything. But there were more people coming to brunch after COVID. For whatever reason, I noticed there were a lot more people coming for that. So we'll market that. That's a good thing.
Yeah, it's
Are you
really
thinking of
good.
doing any kind of open mic, like a steady?
Yeah, I don't know. We've been playing with it. I do my research, especially in November, December, as I was just there every day. I would ask people because I loved it. I used to come in all the time when the piano was upstairs, and and it was a very mixed response. It was half yes, 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 and the other half were no. I like to talk to my friends, blah 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 blah.
Yeah, yeah.
So maybe it'll be a little bit of this, little, we're gonna play with things, not nothing that happens has to be permanent.
Mhm.
We want to make sure we never get in the situation that it was in again. We want to restore it to what it was for decades and decades and decades, So there's gonna be a lot of spaghetti being thrown at the wall to see what sticks, what people like, um, what we bring back, what we keep.
That's
A
the
lot
learning curve of opening a new business. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
and it's not most of it won't be new. It'll be a renaissance. It'll be coming back from the old days, the
all right.
pre-pandemic days. I'm really excited, but the community has to help us with this. I've been hearing this the most is going back to the old hours, staying open till 2.
Mhm.
I am 100% for it, but everyone has to come in.
All right, you hear that, everyone? I'm going to post this rather than wait. I'm going to post this immediately so we can start getting this buzz going in anticipation of the opening. Let's all go to dinner. Let's get a big table and go
Yeah,
to dinner,
yeah.
the opening night, and then we'll keep you
We'll toast
posted
Cheetah.
as soon as Tom knows when they're going to start booking. I'll put the word out. I'll do another little thing here so that you all know where and how to book your show, and
Thank
you'll be
you.
inundated with a lot of people, I'm sure. Thank you so much for joining us. I
Oh,
really
thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
me.
Congratulations. We're so excited for you and wish you every success
Oh,
because what
thank you. I'm
your
excited. I'm so
success is our
excited.
success.
I'm so
So,
excited to get to see everybody so much.
yeah.
I can't believe that I'm going to get to see everybody all the time. How lucky am I?
Stop
I just
by
hope
the bar
everybody.
and give him a hug. He deserves it.
Yes, hug me.
Thanks so much for joining
Oh,
me.
thank you, Sue.
We'll see you soon. We'll see you all next time. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on when we can start booking again. And thank you again for joining us, my friend. Appreciate it.
Yay.